Stella here from Vita Magica Alchemy, and welcome to this week's affirmation for the week of August the 19th through the 25th. So I actually already recorded this and chose the card this morning and had some technical difficulties, and I believe that the video I uploaded for last week had some technical difficulties as well. So I'm trying a new 2-camera setup right now, and so if I'm looking away or looking all over the place, that's why I've got 2 cameras in front of me. So if you're joining me on Instagram TV, as usual, you're just going to get the affirmation for the week. If you are joining me on YouTube, I am going to be doing, instead of tapping this week, I'm going to be doing an energy clearing and a short little meditation for us. Actually, the meditation that goes along with this week's card. So if you're on Instagram, just hop over to the link in my bio and it will take you right to the YouTube video. And for those of you on YouTube, everything that I'm going to read in the Oracle Chakra Oracle Guidebook, I'm going to put in the description below. So you guys have all that information, because this week I'm doing something a little different. So like I said, I'm not doing the tapping. We're going to do a little meditation that comes along with the card. And also, so last week we switched it up and we used the Chakra Oracle deck. And I decided that I wanted to use this deck again. I really enjoyed using it. And last week I took 2 questions that were posed by the card, and I made those our affirmations. So this week what I want to do is I'm going to read you all of the information that's in the book, and then I'm going to let you choose what resonates most with you to create your own affirmation from it. So there'll be multiple things in here that are either outright affirmations or can be turned into an affirmation. And while I asked for the message for the universal collective for all of us, there's different things within the message that might be more specific or pertinent to your personal story and journey. So I want to give you guys the opportunity to take away what affirmation works best for you this week. So let me know what you think about that. If you guys enjoy it and you like it, leave me a comment, send me a message. Just let me know. And if you don't like it, if you like the old way of just having one single affirmation, awesome, we'll stick to that. But it's always fun to try something new. So the card that I had chosen this morning for us this week is Instinct. And as you can see on the card, it's a wolf, and then above him are like shadowy wolves. And the wolf is on a journey. He's like, heading up a hill. He's going in one direction. So here's what, and again, Chakra Wisdom Oracle by Tori Hartman, is what we're using this week. So this is the card of the Wolf of the White Light. And one affirmation that it gives us is, there is a guide inside us. Wolf climbs the treacherous rocks, his eyes always fixed on the high ground. During the time he prepared to be a guardian, his master trained him never to turn back. When we look behind, we sap the energy we are to use in the future, his master said. Wolf's defense is his instinct, and he senses danger. Hence, Wolf journeys on and does not look below for his enemies. He climbs unseen, and for only those who seek a spirit guide can see him. So, the inspiration for this card is, your instinct is finely tuned, so why doubt it? Your journey is guided. The personal inquiry: how can I master letting go and move on? Do I trust my inner guidance? Okay, so here's a good place to start, starting with these questions. How can I master letting go and moving on? And do I trust my inner guidance? So those are the 2 questions that the card poses this week. And if we want, we can use those as our affirmations, where we can say, I have mastered letting go and I'm moving on. That's one affirmation. I trust my inner guidance. There's another affirmation. And so there's more. So there's also some key ideas and key words that they give us too. Solitary journey, Spirit lies on the road ahead, led by spirit, following your instinct. Guides, awakening, and instinct are the key words. So, like I said, this is all going to be in the description. I want you guys to take those words and those questions and those ideas and figure out how it relates to you. What feels like the most appropriate affirmation for you? So it could be there is a guide inside of us. It could be that your journey is guided. It could be my instinct is finely tuned, or I trust my instincts. But this card is asking us to know that on the path of life, on the journey of life, we do know where we're going instinctually. We do have an idea of where we're headed. We, just by knowing what we want and if we're tuned into ourselves and we trust ourselves, if we trust that we know who we are, we know what we want out of life, we know what our values are, then our highest selves is always going to guide us in the right direction. It's always going to take us towards what those values are, towards what our goals are. So one of the things when I had recorded this earlier this morning, one thing that I mentioned is, so this is telling you, your instinct is finely tuned. Why doubt it? So asking us to trust our own instincts and relying on our own inner guidance instead of looking to someone else. So what I had mentioned is that, obviously you're watching this video right now, and that's you coming for some type of guidance, some type of message or sign or just anything to help you on your journey. So what I'm saying is, like, these things are helpful and they're great for inspiration. I watch these type of videos like nonstop. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is trusting that we know what's right for us. So you could watch like 20 different weekly affirmation videos on YouTube, or 20 different tarot card readings on YouTube for the week. And at the end of the day, no matter what anybody says or what the messages are that comes through, only you know what resonates with you, what feels right for you, what you feel makes sense to you. So this week is about trusting our instincts, trusting that we can trust ourselves. I mean, it's as simple as that, trusting that we can trust ourselves, that we are not going to lead ourselves astray. We are on the right path. We are taking us in the right direction. We just have to look forward and know that we're being led by our highest selves. So if you call yourself religious and you believe in God, then you believe that you're being led by God in life, that God or Jesus or whomever is your leader, your protector, taking you in the right direction. If you're spiritual, maybe you call it your highest self. Maybe you say it's the universe, but you believe that there's something else. Maybe you are tapped into past loved ones. Maybe that's part of your heritage, is that you have deep ancestral roots and that you trust that your ancestors and your loved ones that have passed on, they're the ones that are guiding you. Maybe you believe in angels and you think angels, spirit guides. I'm going on and on. Label it whatever you want. But there is something, and all of that, whatever you want to name it, whatever you want to call it, it's all us. It's really all part of us, because we're all the same, we're all connected. So it's all coming from us. We're the ones who hold all of the power. And then also, just what the story was saying is that, the wolf isn't looking back. When we look behind us and we're looking to the past, that's keeping us stuck, and it's keeping us, we're using the energy that we need to use to move forward, and we're wasting that energy on being stuck in the past. I know for me personally, this card resonates so much because I'm getting ready to move. My daughter just turned 18 and moved out. I have, my father just passed away. All these things are changing in my life, just change. And I have to trust that I'm being led in the right direction. I have to trust that whatever is happening, whatever is unfolding ahead of me, I'm guiding myself. I'm leading the way, and I got to trust that and believe in myself. So, if you want to stick around for the meditation and for the clearing, join me on YouTube, Vita Magica Alchemy. Otherwise, thank you for joining me on here. If you want to find me on Instagram, it's Stella Marin. But all right, so let's move on with the meditation and energy clearing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read the meditation that comes along with our instinct card for the week. So just let yourself get relaxed. If you're able to, hopefully you can be someplace quiet. If you're able to lie down or just sit down with your feet firmly on the floor, someplace where you won't be disturbed for just a minute or two. And just allow yourself to just relax and calm your mind. Just let your thoughts just sort of drift in and out, and focus on your breathing. Take a few deep breaths. Just hold it for a moment. Then let it all go as much as you can. And just continue taking some deep breaths where you're just slowly breathing in through your belly and filling up with as much air as you can, and then holding the breath for just a second or two, and then fully releasing and really pushing everything out and letting go of all that stagnant energy. So on your inhale, you can imagine breathing in fresh, new life energy. And then on the exhale, exhaling all the old, stagnant energy. Imagine a waterfall of light washing down from above. The wolf of white light beckons to you. Go. As he guides you, what do you see? What surrounds you? Are you in a forest? Are you in the mountains, high on a cliff? Down in a valley, walking through the desert? Does the wolf of the white light talk to you? He may not. Communication takes many forms. Use your instincts to see if perhaps he's trying to communicate with you in a way that doesn't use words. Is he friendly? Neutral? How do you feel around him and in his presence? Do you have any innate knowledge about him? If he allows it, look into his eyes. Previously unseen sights may now be revealed to you. As you look into the wolf's eyes, look beyond what you can typically see. Is there a message that comes through? Maybe an image that pops up in your mind? What does this wolf of the white light want to say to you? What is his personal message that he speaks to you? Is there something he wants to warn you about? Is there something that maybe you haven't been seeing or noticing that it's time to pay attention to in your life? Maybe thoughts or actions or behaviors? maybe beliefs, just old thought patterns, ways of living, ways of being that are no longer serving you. Is the wolf letting you know that maybe you're too busy looking behind you, looking to the past, looking at what was? Maybe the wolf's message is that you need to focus on the future. Maybe you are stuck on your path and not moving forward. Maybe you're not ready for change. Maybe it's scary because you can't see what lies ahead of you on the path. As you continue on your journey, try to remember to be like the wolf. The wolf may not know where he is headed, but he uses his instincts to guide him. He uses his instincts to lead him to where there might be food or shelter or water. He uses his instincts to guide him away from danger and into safer grounds. But the wolf is only able to tap into its instincts when it's listening, when it's in tune with itself, and when it is present on the path. By remaining present, the wolf can remain focused. And by remaining focused, it's able to listen to its inner wisdom and inner voice. Perhaps the wolf has already left you and continued on its journey. Maybe the wolf has stayed and lingered and is spending more time with you. Stay here in this space as long as you need. And when you are ready to continue forward on your path, take the message and the spirit of the wolf with you. Remember to keep your eyes forward and to remain focused. And remember to remain connected to your higher self, your true knowing, your inner being. Trust that you and your highest self, or whatever powers you believe in, are not going to lead you down the wrong path. Trust that whatever direction you're heading in is the right one. And so it is. All right, I hope this meditation has been helpful for you. I hope that you come back to it often during the week as you reflect upon your affirmation. And I hope you're able to take something away from this card this week, whatever works for you, however this story resonates with you in your life, and how you can take the inspiration of the wolf going forward on your path. So again, if you're interested in learning more about me and my services, or booking a session with me, you can go to itsstellamarin.com. Again, the links are around. You can go to @itsstellamarin on Instagram, and here Vita Magica Alchemy on YouTube. All right, let me know what you thought about this week's video. I know I went a little longer than usual and I talked a little more, but let me know how you feel about choosing your own affirmations going forward. And I'll see you guys next week.